I'm going to throw, I said, remember David Njoku. I'm going to throw one at you, a little out of the box. So the Saints cut both of their tight ends, salary cap casualties, Hill and oh, good Lord. Cook, Jared Cook and Josh Hill, both cut. David Njoku, plus a second or a third to the Saints for Marshawn Lattimore, because they are in salary cap nightmare. They're in salary cap jail. They need to do something. Would you do that? What other than Njoku would you be willing to pair to the Saints to get Marshawn Lattimore?
Listen, Dave, the Browns might be fast-tracking an advisor role for you in Berea with that type of quick thinking, right? You said that when we were off the air, and I really like it. It makes a lot of sense. Again, we're just spitballing here. We're having some fun. But it is clear that David Njoku wants out. Sean Payton is clearly a guy that thinks he can get the best out of upside, and quite frankly has proven that time and time again, whether it's a guy like Alvin Kamara, who was a Alabama Crimson Tide recruit before leaving for lesser-known college football days and then shining once again in New Orleans. Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, he brings these guys in who are projects and then thinks that they can shine. And that's his ignorance. It's his earned ignorance, and it's usually quite accurate. I think he would be enthralled with a guy like David Njoku. I think it'd be fun to see what Sean Payton could do for David Njoku, and if the Browns could benefit by only getting rid of a really, let's say, a third-round pick, they have an extra one of those, and then land a home area guy like Lattimore and secure him with Denzel Ward. I really like the move. Again, we're just having fun. We're just spitballing. I've heard nothing on this, but I think it's a great thing to bring up, and it really highlights and emphasizes the chaotic free agency we're about to endure, and really all the way up through the draft, because that could be a draft day trade for all we know. And these are all things that fans really need to consider. This is a new day in the NFL. It's not quite the NBA with all the movement, but it's creeping towards that. And this offseason is just going to be the first in many to come. And it could start with a move like that. Both teams benefiting and taking care of a side of the ball that they need to address.
And the other thing of it is Andrew Berry more than willing to trade. Probably one of the GMs in football that is more willing to trade than most.
Yeah, and it's a middle-class move, right? Like, we saw him get aggressive and go get Ronnie Harrison. He's not as scared to address that type of thing. And I realize Lattimore is more of a bigger name, but again, it's not the type of piece that secures a Super Bowl or, Matthew Stafford type trade. We're not talking about getting rid of Baker Mayfield and bringing in Deshaun Watson. This is that middle to upper middle-class move that slowly but surely builds you from a division contender, playoff team to, all right, we're in that conversation to win the Super Bowl. And you pair those, 2 or 3 of those moves, that's the type of stratosphere the Browns are in now. And to me, why it makes a lot of sense.